All right, welcome back. So today we're gonna get this thing boxed up, shipped out over to the winner of the RC, Beast Mode. So the first thing I went to do was, of course, make sure everything's okay. Is of course get this thing, the body wrapped up. Just in some bubble wrap. We'll get it into the package. So we're going to set the body off to the side. And then I went to roll it, just look it over. Do you guys hear anything? No. Then I remembered I forgot to put the gearing in it. So I was like, no big deal. Let's pop in gearing. So the gearing I like to run, just so people know, is the ones I give out will be anywhere from a 25 to a 29 tooth, because the center spool is going to be a 34. So we're going to go ahead and put in a 27 Beast Mode. I'm hoping now, this for you, Beast Mode. This isn't basher gearing. If you want to bash this thing and slide it around and drift it, you're going to have to change this gear. 27 is set up for about 110 to 120 miles an hour on 8S. So just remember that. Now you can do light running with it. You might get some cogging with it, but you can always do light running with the 27. You just can't bash it. All right. If you want to bash it, drop it down to 16, 17 tooth. So we're going to go ahead, and first thing we're going to do is find the right tool. We're going to get this motor slid out. And we're going to get this gearing put on. I don't technically need to slide this out. I could put the gearing on without sliding the motor out. But there's a couple things I need to do anyway. Game changer fan. We're going to have to secure it, so I'm going to have to zip tie it. So that's another thing that I noticed wasn't done. One zip tie usually doesn't make it around, but it might. We'll give it a shot. There's one. Right. So now that I got that done, we're going to go ahead and get the gearing put on. This is a brand new Saga gear. At least I believe it's a Saga gear, because that's normally the only gears I buy. And there's no Loctite on the grub screw. Red Loctite on grub screws, especially when you're bashing or speed running. You gotta be generous. So if you want to take off this gear, apply heat, a lot of heat. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start this. heck is going on here? Well, we're going to take a look at this gear now. Or I mean this gear, this motor. Something doesn't feel right with it. Oh, that's weird looking. Look at that. That is strange. Huh. This motor doesn't feel good at all. Good thing I'm checking this stuff. Oh, look at that. Even one of the wires came off. Wow. That's usually a sign that the motor's no good. So, no need to panic, and this is only a 2200, which is weird. So, I'm going to grab another motor. We'll be right back. All right. Well, I am going to pull off. I have two 1717 brand new motors here that I'm working on a new project for. So I'm going to end up pulling one of these motors off and putting them on this setup. I'm hoping that it's got the right connector on it. This is the wrong connector. So we're going to go ahead and stick this motor on because this has got the right 6mm or 5mm connectors on it. This one's got 8mm. All right. And I believe this has, make sure this is the right connector. Yep. It's a brand new motor that I just bought. Because these motors are becoming so expensive. I had one, which is the one with the 8mm bullets on it, and then this one I literally just bought. but I cannot send out. I think that other motor is bad for some reason, and I don't know why. Nope, we're going to go the other way. Before I crank these down. Oh, I've got to cut this one too. Come on. There we go. Nice and smooth. And now I've got to cut off this little nub. I just showed this, doing this on an infraction, my V2 infraction. When you go to these big blocks, you got to cut that nub in the back. So this is C. C, A, and B. I know that this has to be reversed. And I don't put Loctite on these screws because they're hard enough to come off. Loctite them, most people will strip the heads of these screws off. If he wants to change the gears, I don't need him stripping the screws off. All right, so we got that part of it done. And this won't need zip ties because this motor's a lot bigger. And let me show you guys why I'm changing the motor. You can see this material right here? This stuff. This is the armature coming apart on this motor. You can hear it. These washers over here. When the glue starts coming out of this magnet, you see this glue right here? That means this motor was run hot. Which is weird. Because I remember this motor was in, you can see this one this one's totally coming out. So the magnets and all this stuff is starting to come apart. See the armature just breaking up? See it? That's telling me that this is no longer any good. So this motor's junk. You can see, look at the material coming out of this thing. So this motor got hot. So I don't know. And then this wire fell off clean, which is weird. Because I don't remember ever running this. Well, this setup I think was with this Max 6 was all in my V2 infraction until I upgraded it. But there we go. I'm glad I caught all that. So the next thing I'm going to do, because this fan doesn't, I don't have a hookup for it, I'm going to go ahead and throw a game changer voltage regulator on it. And I don't have any adapters to adapt it to a 4S or 3S battery, plus I don't know what he's going to be running. So this is just going to plug right into the regulator like that. Let me see if I can find a better spot for that thing. We'll be right back. All right. Well, I'm going to end up putting in a voltage regulator, because this way, if he wants to run 4S, 3S, 6S, 2 batteries or 1 battery, or if he wants to run 8S, the fans will work no matter what. So we're going to do this little modification, because what I've noticed is a lot of people won't run the game changer regulator and the dual fans. They'd rather just plug into the balance port or install another battery. But I'm kind of curious to see his reaction on this voltage regulator. And hopefully you guys can follow him, Beast Mode RC, and maybe he can give you his reaction on how these fans work. So we are going to solder this thing on. It's really late, and I'm tired, but I want to get this thing packaged up tonight and shipped out tomorrow for him. So I'd rather just stay up and make sure everything's good. I wish Game Changer would just leave a little bit more room to spread these wires apart. I really like to burn these wires in. somebody was asking me, can you solder the fan controller on with a cat pack? And as you see, this one has a cat pack on it. You just got to connect it to the same two wires wherever you have space. And as you see, this cat pack soldered up a little high, because that's the way I ran it on my this Max 6 was on my V2 in fraction, and then I wanted to run like a factory spectrum system in it, so I took out the Max 6 and took out the 2200 because I wasn't speed running it, and decided to go that way. That's just some silicone. I find it's a good way to secure things is to silicone them on. And let's see, get this stuff put away and off. All right, so I'm gonna let that dry up overnight, and then we'll get all this stuff tied up when this is nice and secure. And that's going to do it. We'll get this plugged into that. I might add a switch to this to give me more wire to get to this and make it a little cleaner. I might add game changer switch, and then if he wants to unplug the switch, he can do it himself and eliminate the switch. But even if I don't put the switch on, the switch is going to go with this RC, so that he has that in case he wants to add an on and off switch. With this big motor and this ESC on this gearing, it shouldn't run hot with this heatsink, this whole game changer setup, and this is not coming off. So this thing should be ready to box up in the morning on Tuesday, which is actually today, because I've been up all night getting this done. So I'm gonna get this video edited, and we're gonna go ahead and get this thing packaged up. Thanks for watching. Congratulations again, Beast Mode. And I might still test this thing, but I'll probably test it anyway because I have to make sure that it works. But I'll go ahead, plug in a receiver. I think I have one around here somewhere. Hook it to my Futaba and make sure that it's working before it gets put into the box and shipped out to them. But there you go, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and remember, the red one is going to be the 20,000 subscriber giveaway. And then next month we got the TRX4 with the trailer and the tracks going to be sent out to somebody, and then 2 other crawlers. But I think today or this evening on Tuesday, I'm going to go ahead and run the Mojave because I've had batteries charged up for a couple days now, and I got that RC going and I want to go out and rip. But I just had to make sure that this thing was all ready for beast mode. But there we go. Like, comment, subscribe. Catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.